Okay, sorry about that. My battery died on my computer. So I'm just going to wrap this up here just so I can finish it on camera and I don't have to record it. So what I did was just uh, I used color pencil for the wreath. Now I'm just going to go in there and activate the red, the outline of the red uh, of the colored pencil. And these bows and all the little shadows and folds and everything, they're not the easiest. So I wouldn't stress over them too much. Just kind of keep them light, loose. I know I'm not really going to stress over them too much because, like I said, all these little folds and shadows, they're not the easiest to do. So I'm just going to drop a little water in there and you can pretty much tell what it is. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Little ribbon in the wreath, right? I want to keep this to a beginner's watercolor session. And so that's just the first layer. I'll go over that, I think, with, a couple more colors, maybe with some watercolor and just kind of make sure it's, kind of brighten it up a little bit. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, even if no one's watching right now, I just want to finish this up just so I have a finished tutorial. I'm going a little blue, right in the middle here. It's part of the outside. And a little blue in here. And around the green that I did earlier, a little blue. Okay. Alrighty. Good. And get a little definition for the window. There you go. Windowsill there. Or the windowsill's down here, so I kind of want to do a little more definition with that, but. And then I'm purposely going to drop a touch of water in there. Soften it up. I kind of want that cauliflower effect in there. There. I don't want it too dark. Okay. All right, good. Now, a little bit more of that green. And I'll be wrapping it up here in a minute. So here we go. Ultramarine blue, Indian yellow. Kind of creamy this time. And kind of dark. Because now I'm going with my darkest values in the wreath. The darkest greens. Okay, and this is pretty dry. So this will be dry or wet on dry. Okay. Get a little yellow in there. I just love this Indian yellow. It's so pretty. I really want to kind of keep the white coming through. So I'm really trying to preserve the white of the paper there. Okay. So the darker values against the white make the white look brighter. And then I'm going to actually just kind of do this because the bows are on top of the green. So I gotta have a little representation of the green behind the bows, right? And then I'll blend that out. Okay. just kind of make it a little dark. All right, cool. Go in there with a little darker red. Again, like I said, keeping it loose. Maybe get a little darker here. Okay, what are we thinking? Look. Oh, I kind of wanted to do a little more edging here in the windowsill. And nobody ever answered me when I was like, what do we do with this guy's paw? But, you know, honestly, I think, because in the reference photo, his paw is coming out, is like sticking out over here, but I don't know. I think if his paw is like here, it would kind of look more natural. The way it's sticking out, it just doesn't come across right in a painting. It's always so different in a painting than it is in a reference photo. So there, I'm just going to kind of, like that's his paw. Oh, and then I wanted to do his tail. Oh, my camera. Yeah. I can actually scoot in a little bit. There. Okay, we're good. We're still on, I think. Okay, and then his tail. God, it has his little cute tail. Okay. All right. So there's his tail. I wanted to get a little bit more of a color here. You know, a windowsill. Oh, I never got this side of the windowsill. I better do that. I think this side's important. Almost forgot that. I have a line. I can see the line, and I did do blue over it. I don't really care. I think it looks kind of cool. There. I'll just leave like a little white in there to make it interesting. I could probably mix. Nah, I'll leave it. I think it looks kind of cool. Maybe make like a little darker line. Then I think I got a little bit here. I'm going to do just like a little dry brush here. All right. Dry brush here. Dry brush up here. Whoops. Pretty wet up there. Ah, that's fine. I'm going to drop. This is looking like one big red blob. So I'm going to drop a little water in there. Get some cauliflower effect. See what happens. It's still really wet. So a lot. It's going to dry. A lot's going to happen after it dries. It's going to look different. Okay. All right. I think I just wanted to do maybe a little dry brush. Get a little darker here. Whoops, that's pretty dark. It's okay. It needed a little more values. I was looking a little. So that looks more like a ledge. And then underneath, a little dry brushing. Make it look more like, you know, a wall, something like that. too wet. I still got to do okay, gotta do the same on this side now. Just a little Van Dyke brown to get like a shadow under the ledge. And then a touch like dry brushing, same as over there. A little more yellow. I don't want it to get too brown. Oops, I'm going. I probably should have went downwards a little bit. More of an angle. That's okay. And then dark here. Dark here. Just making some definition. Boy, I forgot to plug my computer in. I had to move my computer before the live over toward my studio, my easel here, and then I forget to plug it in sometimes. It's so funny. I've done that when we've done our Zooms. All right, cool. I kind of want more of a shadow over here. I don't know, just a shadow, the doggy's shadow. Going this way, right? So make it a little lighter on that side. All right. Now I wanted to get a little more brown on this side, so I'm going to wet. I forgot. I did his tail, and I was like, oh, wait, I wanted to do a shadow on the side, but that's okay. I'm going to do just a touch of Van Dyke brown and whatever that is. I think it's yellow ochre. Just a little bit. And then I can get the structure of his leg in. That's right. I wanted to do his leg. A little dry brushing. I love dry brushing as much as I love wet on wet with watercolor. Kind of dark, but it's going to dry a lot later, so I'm not worried about it. It's actually going to look good. And I should have waited to do his tail. I really spaced on that. I got a little flustered with the computer issue. Oh, yeah, we're going to do his ear. So a little brown on his ear. And his ear over here. Just to show his ears. And I'm going to do like a little... There. I'm going to let that dry. Actually, I think I'll use a little more orange here. There. All right. Sweat that a little bit. Okay, I think for the most part, it's most likely done. I may let it all dry. Well, I'll definitely let it all dry, and then I may go over it with a little gouache. Oh, the last thing I could do is do the snow. Why don't we do that, and then we can wrap it up here. Though I doubt anybody's watching. So, there's a little gap in there. Yeah, let's do a little snow. Let me grab, oh, do I have a comment? Hang on one sec. Let me go to my, sorry, let me see. Hi, I saw your comment there. Okay, let me go to my channel. Okay. Hi, everybody. If anybody's watching, hello, hello. Yeah, this is where I need a little practice. I'm trying to find, I'm not used to this app, but if somebody is chatting, okay. All messages are visible. Yeah. Okay. I thought I saw a message, but anyway, hello. If this is my England friend, hello. I thought I just saw a message from you somewhere. She did a message. So hello. So I am gonna do. We're wrapping it up. I had a little technical issues earlier, and forgot to plug in my computer. Kind of technical issues. And I need to open this. So stand by. I'm gonna use Dr. Martin's Bleed Proof White and do a little snow scene here. But just do some snow in the background. So I need to open this. And then the wreath is still really wet. So I'm gonna probably add a little white to the wreath and let it dry and then go over it like with some green or something. I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to put a little bit into the cap and then do just a touch of, let's see, what brush should I use? Because I don't want a lot. Okay, I'm just kind of doing this. And I add a touch of water, get it a little more, yeah, watered down. Okay, here we go. Do just a little snow. Okay, not quite. I'm going to just protect the wreath a little bit. Okay, being finicky. Need another brush. I'm using a small brush because I don't really want a lot to go on. There we go. I kind of like the little smaller splatter. It's not cooperating. I'm trying to hurry here. Okay. Let's try this brush. I mean, if it gets on the wreath, that's okay, because I do want to do a little highlights on the wreath anyway. There we go. That's a little better. I just don't want a ton on the wreath. Okay, very fun. Like I was saying earlier, you think this is what Chicago would look like this time of year, but no, we're 50 degrees for Christmas all next week and rain. So we actually did come out of just a little cold snap. It was in the 20s. That was actually, it was in the teens. That was not fun, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just make sure I don't get any of the white on the doggies because they're not out in the snow. They want to be out in the snow. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me have to touch up a little bit. The doggies. Touch up some of the snow. There. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. Just get it blurry there. I don't want them all the same. Just some blurry, and then I'm going to do a little bit, maybe even a little dry brushing for the snow, and like kind of like that maybe. Looks okay. Turn it a little bit, make sure it's in camera. Here we go. Whoops. All right. A little much. All right. The dry brushing part looks good. Kind of blew it over here. Oh, God. Okay. My hands are getting tired. Okay, I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a minute. And my butt's getting tired from sitting. All right, cool. I'm going to kind of leave some of this white on the wreath. And I think what I'm going to do after this white dries, I'm going to go over it with the yellow and try to make it look like the lights in the wreath. But this wreath has been challenging. Trying to do, I think because it's small, you know, when you want a glowy, misty kind of effect, it's easier when you're on like a bigger canvas because you can do wet on wet and like really get it all wet. But here it's just like a small little, you know, wreath. So I'm kind of trying to get the best of both worlds here. But yeah, all right, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to play around with the wreath after it dries. So this white dries. Mr. Little Doggy, he's got a little too much white on him. So I'm going to cover him up, or not cover him up, cover the white up. And I think it's good. I mean, that's just kind of fun. If you want to paint in your own dogs or paint in, you know, like I said, I've did this on with an ornament, right? You can make it bigger if you want. And then after, if you guys remember, if you watched the one with the ornament, what I did after was just paint the edges black or with Payne's Gray or something. And then I painted this part, right? I just did a hole punch, painted that part, and then put the string through it. So you can then, you know, put the back on it, you know, Christmas 2023, and then to whoever. But and then I did the same one for the paws. And, you know, just kind of did a little edging so it doesn't look so much like a cutout. But I just think this is like the funnest thing to do with kids, you know. Just an easy, fun project. Let's take off the tape. It's always like the fun part and always looks so different too. So I'm going to take off the tape. Here we go. Very exciting. And yeah, the white on the wreath, the snow on the wreath, I'm actually going to just wait till it dries and do yellow over it, hoping it'll look like, you know, the lights in the wreath. But the white is still wet, so it's a little strong right now. But yeah, there you go. We did it. And only one mess up with the tech issue, not too much bad of a tech issue. So, all right. For the few people that have stuck in this whole time, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. The replay will be up pretty much as soon as we're done here. And I will probably post this on my Patreon as well, so you can watch it commercial free. For those who don't have YouTube Premium, if you want to watch it commercial free, I'll have it on my Patreon, patreon.com/Molly's Fine Art. And I have free access now until the end of the year. So you can see this playback for free till the end of the year. Well, free of commercials, at least on YouTube, and free on my Patreon. Anyway, I think you get what I'm saying. I'm getting tired, so I'm wrapping it up. This was really fun. I hope everybody has an amazing holiday season, safe, healthy, and thank you again for watching. I have a lot planned for January. I'm actually going to be doing landscapes of my town, maybe even some plein air, depending on the weather. So I've got a lot coming up. And thanks again for watching. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that stuff. Okay, bye everybody.